Hello everyone, and welcome to our group's narrative slideshow. Our group is doing the Questa Project Experiment B, which is to determine the dyes that make up the color codings on M&Ms and Skittles. Our group is Group 4B, and our leader is Vince. The other members are Faiza, Reina, Yishen, and Amzar. You're probably wondering what our project's about. Our project is to actually find out if the color codings on the M&Ms and Skittles are the same. It is also to find out if the two candy brands exist as a pure substance or not, and to find out if the two candy brands are made of the same substances. If you're wondering what the theory behind the paper chromatography is, I'll tell you. It is a separation technique which uses solvent to separate a mixture into components. It is also used to find out if a substance is pure or not. You can tell if a substance is pure or not in the final results by looking at the number of spots. A pure substance has only one spot, but a mixture has more than one spot. Let me tell you what kinds of materials we used. We used 3 pairs of M&Ms and Skittles, each pair having a different color to the rest. 250 ml beakers, 6 boiling tubes, wooden splints, and 6 strips of chromatography paper. Here are what some of the items look like. You're probably wondering the procedures we did for the experiment. One M&M skid and Skittles candy of the same color was placed into two 50 ml beakers respectively. Next, a few drops of water was added onto the candies, and the color coding was given time to dissolve, not the chocolate as it would affect the result. Thirdly, a straight pencil line was drawn along the edges of the two chromatography papers, about 2 cm from the edge. This was the start line. Fourthly, a pencil cross was placed on the start line which was drawn in step 3. Then a small drop of color coding of M&M's and Skittles candy was placed on the cross of the two chromatography papers respectively. The tip of the wooden splint was used to do this process. After that, water was placed into 2 boiling tubes to a depth which was below the start line. The paper was then placed into each of the boiling tubes and was suspended in the water. The experiment was then repeated with 2 other colors of M&Ms and Skittles. After that, the chromatogram was removed when the food coloring has separated well enough on the paper, and finally, the chromatogram was left to dry and was then examined. Here are the results we got after the experiment. As you can see, we found out that M&Ms and Skittles are, are both pure substances. Here are what the chromatograms look like after the experiments. You're all probably wondering what we thought about the results. From the table of results showing the results of the different colors coding of M&Ms and Skittles, we observed that each chromatogram has only one spot of color, and when we compared the results of the color codings of the M&Ms and Skittles candy of the same color, we also found that both of the dyes are the same. These are our conclusions. Firstly, we concluded that the color codings of both the M&Ms and Skittles candy both exist as a pure substance, and secondly, we concluded that the color coding of both the M&Ms and Skittles candies are made of the same substances. Here's some of the references we use. We use the analysis of Mr. Sketch Ink by Paper Chromatography. And what is paper chromatography? Principle, types, and uses. Thank you for your attention.